Hello and welcome back to all of you. In the last lecture, we were discussing the issues pertaining to gender violence, specifically in Indian society, and the various forms of violence which are perpetrated on women and the girls were discussed, specifically the issue of domestic violence, and then the various offences which are there in the Indian Penal Code. We try to give a sort of a differentiation as to the types of offences which are there in terms of offences against life and dignity, and specifically those which related to women who were married in the matrimonial homes. Now, today we will try to discuss specifically the offence of rape and some of the other forms of offences which have been included by the latest amendment in 2013 in the criminal law of the country, specifically in the wake of the Nirbhaya rape and murder incident which happened in the country. Now, so far as the offence of rape is concerned, it is one of the most serious and gruesome form of offences which is perpetrated against a woman. Now, this offence is listed in chapter 16 of the Indian Penal Code of 1860 under the heading offences affecting the human body. It has been categorized thereunder as an offence of sexual nature, that is a sexual offence. Now, what does this word rape stand for? The word rape is basically derived from the term rapio, which means to seize. Rape therefore indicates forcible seizure or the ravishment of a woman without her consent by force, fear or fraud. The offence involves coercive, non-consensual sexual intercourse with a woman. It is a serious act of violence of the private person of a woman, an outrage of by all means, as has been characterized by the Supreme Court in the case of Bodhisatta Gautam versus Shubhra Chakravarti in 1996. Now, the offence of rape therefore, though listed as an offence against the body, but essentially it goes against the integrity of a person, the basic personality of a woman, the basic integrity and individuality of a woman is degraded and demeaned by way of the offence being perpetrated on her. Now, in 2013, this offence underwent a major amendment whereby the contours of the offence were made much wider and broad in terms of the offence as it prevailed prior to the 2013 amendment. In what sense it was widened was because it was included to it was widened or defined to include various forms of coercive, non-consensual interference or manipulation with the body of a woman by a man in a set of specified circumstances. Earlier, such interference was limited to the term sexual intercourse, which had a meaning only in the traditional sense of the term, whereby it referred to a heterosexual intercourse. However, with the amendment which came into effect, it was much widened to include all other forms of violations or interferences or penetration into the body of a woman, whether by insertion of any object or any other part of the man or by the application of the mouth, etc., whereby she is violated. So, the offence as it now stands is no longer limited to what was traditionally sexual intercourse only, but includes all other forms of vaginal, anal or oral sex which has the tendency to violate a woman. Now, while speaking of the offence of rape, it basically is an act which is against the consent of the woman. So, consent is a very significant aspect and lies at the core or heart of the rape laws. If a woman consents to such an act, it does not become an offence for that matter, because she was a consensual partner in the whole arrangement. However, if she did not give her consent, then in that case a forcible violation of the woman in terms of interference with the body of a woman amounts to the offence under the penal laws. So, consent lies at the core, and when we speak of such consent, as has been explained in section 375 of the Indian Penal Code, which defines the term, it refers to an unequivocal voluntary agreement in question. Mere non-resistance or passive submission does not include consent. Why does this become so important? Because there have been several cases in which the absence of marks of injury on the body of the woman or her inability to raise a hue and cry and attract the attention of people have been interpreted by the courts in several instances as being indicative of consent. So, this is an issue which is vociferously argued and argued in the courts of law, and the defense basically in all such prosecution tries to indicate that the woman, by being silent or by not sustaining injuries or by giving passive submission, has accorded consent to the act being perpetrated on her. So, therefore, consent is a very important aspect and it needs to be interpreted in a proper manner. Therefore, the 2013 Act has gone in to define the term as an in a issue of rape, and the definition specifically explains that when consent is spoken of, it refers to only active consent. So, there must be an unequivocal voluntary agreement whereby the girl or the woman has given her consent. Anything less than that, which may be interpreted as mere non-resistance or which is mere passive submission, that cannot be interpreted as consent. Now, in the offence of rape, there has been a set of specified circumstances in which if the act is perpetrated by the man, then it amounts to an offence. So, therefore, if it is against the will of the woman, if it is against her consent, if her consent has been obtained by putting her in fear of death or hurt, or if the consent has been obtained by administering some intoxicating substance to her, in all such cases it amounts to the offence of rape, for which the perpetrator can be held liable. There is the concept of statutory rape, in a sense that when consent is being spoken of, a person is capable of giving consent when the person is 18 years and above. That is the age of majority. So, a minor cannot give consent, and if a minor is subjected to such act by an accused, then whether or not she gives her consent, the person would still be liable. So, therefore, there is a statutory age fixed with regard to the giving of consent, and anyone who violates a girl who is of the age of below 18 years, then the person would be liable. There are two exceptions, one relating to medical interventions, which in no case should amount to an offence of rape, and the second with regard to the marital rape exemption. This is one provision which we mentioned in the previous lectures as well, that a man cannot be said to be held liable to commit rape on his wife because by virtue of the relationship as man and wife, it is deemed that she has given her consent to all that which is naturally a part of that relationship. So, that was a view which was there in the 16th century and is a view which is still good in India, though most of the nations in the world have removed this marital rape exemption and makes a husband equally liable as any other offender in such cases. The offence takes many other aggravated forms because it has been seen that the offence is perpetrated many times against minors or very young children as young as 6 months to 6 years, etc. Similarly, in situations where the woman may be pregnant, or in situations of strife, communal strife, etc. And in those situations, what happens is the law regards that it forms an aggravated form of an offence which attracts higher penalty under the law. So, the penalty may range from 10 years to life imprisonment, and in some cases it may also relate to death. Now, some of the aggravated forms which have been further modified by the 2013 amendment in the offence of rape includes rape in custody. Now, this is at one point of time a very serious issue, and even at times in present times it is not something which is unheard of. Rape being committed on people or women in police stations or in hospitals or in prisons, etc. So, these are situations where such woman is under the custody of a public servant in such police station or such prison, a penal institution, or maybe a hospital, etc. And these are aggravated forms because the person who is in charge or in the management of such institution becomes the perpetrator in such cases. So, therefore, custodial rape is one of the aggravated forms of offence under the law. Similarly, offences which are perpetrated by person of trust, authority or control. So, people who take advantage of situations where such person is trusted, where such person is in charge or in control of such a woman or such a minor, these people, when they commit the offence, they become liable for a enhanced punishment. Similarly, rape committed in situations of strife or violent, rape committed on a pregnant woman, those under children under 16 years of age or girls under 16 years of age, or rape being committed on a disabled woman, etc., also attracts higher penalty under the law. This causing serious harm or endangers the life of a woman, or rape causing death or persistent vegetative state has been specifically included in the law. We can have reference to the Aruna Schonberg case, which probably many of you have read in the newspapers, where there was a petition filed in the court in order to allow her to die, because 37 or 35 years before the incident, the petition in question, she had been raped. She was a nurse of her hospital and she had been raped by one of the staff of that hospital, and it was perpetrated in such a brutal or inhuman manner, specifically because by putting a dog chain across her throat, whereby she suffered permanent brain damage, and the next 37 years she remained in a vegetative state. And the 2013 amendment has specifically taken care of such situations where rape results in the death of the woman or persistent vegetative state. In such cases, it amounts to a very serious form of the offence and attracts higher penalty. Similarly, gang rape or rape by a repeated offender who repeats the offence again and again, all such cases have been now been included under section 376 A, B, C, D and some of the sections which are there to take care of this horrific offence which is perpetrated on a woman. This crime is generally regarded as a crime against the basic human rights and a violation of the victim's most cherished of fundamental rights, namely the right to life, which we have read in Article 21 of the Indian Constitution. Now, so that is the offence of rape, and that is how a change in the rape laws has been brought about by widening the contours of the offence as well as including many aggravated forms of the offence and penalizing them with higher punishments, so that the offence can be appropriately punished and the people can be dissuaded from committing such offence, as well as the rights and integrity of a woman can be maintained. Now, apart from that, there are several other offences which have been included by way of the 2013. Now, these were basically offences which prior to the act did not figure in the Indian Penal Code. However, subsequent to the amendment, these offences were brought in. Now, these include the offences of sexual harassment, the offence of disrobing a woman, the offence of voyeurism, the offence of stalking, the offence of acid attack, which which in the previous lecture it has already been stated is not a gender specific offence, but gender neutral, which basically speaks of causing grievous hurt by administering acid. Now, the offence of sexual harassment essentially intends to take care of the situations which we have seen in the previous lectures as being covered under the Sexual Harassment Act of 2013. However, that act was specific as being committed on a woman employee in the workplace. So, that provision or the provisions were for sexual harassment at workplace being perpetrated on a woman. The other aspect or other difference probably which one can easily understand is this is within the contours of the criminal law. So, it invites criminal action, and the one which we have spoken of under the 2013 is where the remedy has to be sought under the act, and that is within the organizational structure. So, they are two different, and a woman who wants to invoke the provisions of the 2013 act is equally free to have a case of sexual harassment or even outraging of modesty, but for that she has to approach the police station against the perpetrator, because to set the law in motion, the criminal law, it is the police who is the agency which has to be approached to lodge the complaint and then to for the police to undertake necessary investigation in that regard. So, if one looks into the definition of sexual harassment as laid down in for the offence, they are more or less a same definition, including physical advances and overtures, request for sexual favors, showing pornography, including sexually colored remarks. So, therefore, it speaks of certain physical acts in terms of physical advances which are made against a person, or maybe some sexual favors which are being requested, and that may be in connection with employment or otherwise also, showing pornography to a woman who finds it objectionable, who finds it unwelcome. Similarly, using sexually colored remarks, making lewd comments, etc., would all come within the term of sexual harassment, and it attracts different prison terms for the perpetrator. Similarly, the offence of disrobing a woman, this is also something which in Indian circumstance often results specifically in tribal areas, in village areas where women are paraded naked in order to teach them a lesson, or there are instances of witch hunt and some woman is labeled a witch and then she is disrobed and made to move around the entire village. So, these are instances specifically in Indian social setting, and therefore, this has been made an offence, declared as an offence under the 2013 Amendment Act. Voyeurism specifically speaks of situations where one is watched, captured in a private act. So, one who tries to watch, capture and disseminate the image of a woman involved in a private act, then it comes within the concept of voyeurism and the person can be held liable. So, somebody in her own home, whether in the bedroom or in the bathroom, involved in her own private activities, and if such woman is captured and then such image is captured as well as disseminated, etc., all such people who are responsible for it would be liable for that act, and that would come within the term voyeurism. That also is something which is gradually increasing with the days, with the coming of various technologies in place, whether mobile phones, etc., where in many situations there are different video clips or objectionable images of women being made, being circulated, etc., and there it can also be the Information Technology Act which can come into for the purpose. The offence of stalking again is an offence where a person is constantly being monitored. A person's movement, person's everyday routine works, the person always feels that everything is being monitored by some other person, and such following, monitoring or even contacting, when it relates to a woman against her wish, then it amounts to the offence of stalking. It may also be in cyberspace that such stalking takes place, or it may be in the physical sense of the term also, where maybe a man follows that woman or disturbs the woman or makes constant calls to the woman or monitors every movement of the woman, which can come within the offence of stalking. So, these are some of the new offences which are there included in section 354A, 354D, 354C, 354B and acid throwing in section 326A and B of the Indian Penal Code. Additionally, there was also the offence of outraging of modesty, which existed even prior to the Criminal Law Amendment Act of 2013. This basically was an offence much lesser than the offence of rape, but to include all such objectionable and derogatory acts which are committed against a woman in order to outrage the modesty of a woman. Modesty essentially speaks of the feminine attribute in the way a woman speaks, talks, conducts herself, etc. There is a feminine attribute there. Now, if someone invades on such femininity and does an act which amounts to outraging such modesty, it would come within the contours of the act. So, it may be a case of pulling the clothes of a woman, or it may be a case of even trying to physically touch a woman. Eve teasing in some form or the other would be covered under the section 354 of the Indian Penal Code. Whereas earlier it was said to be a very ineffective section, in that the punishment was very less for any type of offence being committed. in recent times with the 2013 amendment, there has been an enhancement of punishment up to 5 years. So, these are some of the various offences which have been included, and all these offences have tried to address some or the other forms of violence which is being perpetrated on a daily basis on women and girls, whether in the home or outside the home, and the state by these provisions intends to seriously curb the occurrence of such violence in the society. We will continue in the next lecture with some other offences and the procedural aspects.